smoking all the greenery. Yeah. Clothes the matches they were handed down to me. But I'm still fly, I know. I'm still fly, let's go. It could all be worse, I could be a hater like you. It could all be worse. Clothes to make the man, but that poison's gonna chew you from the inside out. So right now, say it with your chest now, say it with your chest now. I'm young, I'm free, can't nobody take me here and now. It's my time to run it out. It's my time to ride it. I'm young, I'm free, can't nobody take me here and now. It's my time to run it out.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's 6 p.m. Sunday. Yo, it's scary because I've been so inconsistent. But hey, I'm here. Wonder where everybody else is at, but that's all good. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I even went back old school for the music that I use, because I'm still fly, I know. So, yo, check it out, everybody. I'm back. I'm here. This is your boy Onyx here, going full nerd. Let's go ahead and figure out how I can shut this music off. That's how it is what it is. Eventually, I'm going to get this office cleaned up and get it straight. But what's happening, everybody? Once again, it's 6 p.m. on a Sunday. Yeah, I know last week I did it 7 p.m. on a Monday. The summer is really rough because there's so much stuff going on for me on Sundays and Saturdays and the weekend and the long weekends with the summer holidays, kids off from school. I got to entertain grandkids, all this other good stuff. But that's cool. But before I get into everything that's been going down with your boy, I'm going to crack open an adult beverage and I'm going to play the shameless plug before we get into today's little talk. You know what I mean? So, ladies and gentlemen, shameless plug time. What's up, everybody? It's shameless plug time. So thanks for checking out the podcast, Going Full Nerd. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe everywhere possible. So look for Going Full Nerd on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, goingfullnerd.com, and my Twitter handle, ONYXXX1969. You can also listen to the audio version on its home, Anchor.fm, but also on Pandora, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or wherever you consume your podcast listening pleasure. Hey guys, let's get on with the show. And getting on with the show is what we do. What's happening, everybody? I'm cracking open a nice, fine adult beverage. This one, you know what? I didn't even know they made this stuff. It's Crown Royal and whiskey and cola in a can. Should I be drinking this? Probably not. But I'm being real lazy, and I didn't want to crack open the bottles of the stronger stuff. But this is not too bad. It is what it is. Hey, pinkies up. Pinkies up. What's happening? I am doing well. I think I'm doing well. I'm feeling okay. I'm not going to be on here super long today because it's the wedding anniversary today, folks. 12 years, trying to, we get to relax, enjoy, dinner's cooking. We're going to kind of chill, do something we don't normally do is rest. Because like I was saying, the past few weeks has been completely out of control as far as weekends between being. I got sick, then had things to do to catch up, taking care of the grandkids. I shifted the show. If you didn't see it, you can go back and see it. I did a live stream on a Monday at 7 p.m. instead of our normal Sunday 6 p.m., all because of family visiting, all sorts of stuff. And it's like, yeah, okay. But let's continue on. Let's talk a little bit because I'm going to get to the meat of today's show. And the meat of today's show is the fact that we're talking about Stranger Things Volume 4. Season 4, Chapter 4, number 4. 4. Whatever. I mean, we've been doing this for a minute. I never did. I went back through the channel and I looked at my videos from the past, and I never did a season 1 review. So I might have to actually go back, rewatch season 1 and talk about it. But I did do a season 2, a season 3, and I think I did a season 1. I don't know if I did a season 1. I may have mentioned season 1 somewhere. You know, it's all a blur. But let's talk about season 4, volumes 1 and 2. Now, volume 1 was pretty decent. It was pretty cool. And the thing about volume 1 of season 4, it was some long ass episodes. It basically started up a couple of years, a few months, I think. No, 10 months, 8 to 10 months, if I remember right. 8 to 10 months after the end of season 3. Now, that's cool. I'm good with that. But here's the issue. Here's the thing. We get through all this. I mean, we left season 3. Season 3 left me like, oh, snap. I was like, oh, man. You know, and you thought it was done. And really watching this whole show, I was like, okay, this is kind of funky. But, you know, I really didn't have a good grasp on the bad guy part. And when I say the bad guy part, I'm talking about, was it the government? Was it they found this extra dimension and a bad guy was trying to bleed over? Was it the guy with these paranormal kids? You know, what could we fixate on to say this is the bad of this show? You know, this is the person in the show we don't like. This is the person in the show we gotta hate. This is the person in the show that, you know, we could say, ooh, not him. But I'm going to go say something that I probably said it in the other videos. I didn't go back and watch the videos to see what my big mouth said, but I'm going to go ahead and say this. I look back at this show and I say, damn, some of that was what me and my boys used to do back in the day. And the nostalgia element in this show for a guy like me is just huge. And it drives me crazy on it, because if you think about it, and my boys, you know, Ron, Omar, the rest of them, we all grew up during the Stranger Things time. That's the part that messes me up, because I look at from season 1 all the way to season 4, it just basically encompassed the whole time and the changes of my childhood. I mean, season 1, playing Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, I used to do that. Yeah, I used to do it. I'll admit it. Then, you know, Ghostbusters, you know, then going to the mall. Oh, man. But what really started hitting hard was this last season and this season. Last season, part of it. But this season, season 4, really started tugging at the old nostalgia strings in my heart. Because, you know, I look at now I got to relate to the brother on the show, Lucas. First of all, the hair. My man had a high top fade for your tail, boy. I mean, whoo! But then I started thinking about it, and I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna throw this out. I was talking to my granddaughter. My granddaughter loves Stranger Things. She loves this show. She couldn't wait. She's like, "Oh my God, I gotta see season 5 when they come out with season 5." You know, I gotta look at her heartbroken face to say, you know, season 5 is going to be the last of it. But what left her completely confused and really messed me up. When she gave me that look, she gave me a look like, what the hell? Because I said, you really digging these Stranger Things characters and the things that they're doing right now, don't you? She's like, yeah. I said, do you realize that if these were real people, these characters were real people, they'd be damn near your grandfather's age right now? And she looked at me like I just, like I couldn't be cool. Like the stuff she's seeing on there that she thinks is so cool, I couldn't have done. And I'm like, I'm looking at this. The Stranger Things kids, as of season 4, would have been freshmen in high school around 1986. Now, here's the hilarious part. The hilarious part. I was a senior in high school in 86. Okay. So this is not that far off, man. I'm like, egads. Egads. But, but let's move on. Let's talk about this show. Now, I did see a couple of things online. A couple of people were complaining. A couple of people were applauding it. Now, I'm going to go after this in the middle of it. I'm going to go in the middle of it. Now, I'm going to sit here and say, my boy said this was us. This was us. It was us to a point. I think we were a little more mature than the Stranger Things kids when it came to certain things. But I look at some of the stuff inside Stranger Things and I'm like, I don't think I can remember getting away with some of this shit. Hopping in the car with a high, big brother and a friend and drive from California to Nevada. I don't think that would have worked. I don't think that would have worked with me and my crew. We'd have been like, hey, getting in the car with this joker? Oh, hell no. We'd have pulled some foolishness like that. Somebody start shooting at us, we'd have been running back to the cut and be like, yo. It'd been some other stuff, you see monsters jump out, we'd have been like, nah, this shit can't be real. But anyway, that's us. That was us. Go figure. But now, let's get back to it. So, the story was basically told in 3 parts in volume 1 and volume 2. You had 3 different scenarios, 3 different things going on. You had another set of murders going down in Hawkins. Okay. The second thing is you had what we know as Hopper, who was teleported to Russia from Hawkins due to Elle closing the gate. And then you got Elle and the Byers inside of California when they departed Hawkins at the end of season 3. Now, these 3 stories all ran concurrently, ultimately culminating in the volume 2. Now, the volume 2 only had 2 episodes, and the 2 episodes they had were well over like an hour, each well over an hour, almost like movies and stuff like that, which kind of kills me that they did that and separated it into volume 1, volume 2, when they could have just released the whole thing. I think they were just trying to juice numbers because Netflix is having problems right now when it comes to people dropping subscriptions and stuff. I mean, if they just keep their mouth shut about people sharing passwords, people will still join and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, I know you want all the money, but get the money you can get and get the content you can get. I mean, I'm just saying. So, let's continue on. These 3 stories going concurrently were pretty decent. Now, here's the thing. And this is where I think a few people got a little confused and a few people were upset. Now, they didn't go full Game of Thrones on this one. They didn't do a cop-out ending. They didn't end the whole series at the end of this, which is kind of cool. We know we're going to get a 5th season because they did leave this season on a cliffhanger, which I will not leave. I will not say anything. I'm going to do my best not to spoil too much. But couple of things that I can say is that the portion dealing with Hopper felt a little bit too long, and I think it could have came to a better resolution a lot faster. Now, the resolution of it was satisfactory to me in the end, but I think it could have been shortened and a lot of the drama could have been kind of left out. But I know that was probably done as far as what they could do with filming and what they can do because of David Harbour's filming schedule. I mean, not David Harbour, David Harbour, who plays Hopper, doing his filming schedule. Because let's be honest, dude is popular as hell now. He was in the Black Widow movie as as Red Guardian. It is what it is. He's a hot commodity now, as mostly everybody else inside Stranger Things after the thing it is. So I'm just happy that Netflix, the Duffer Brothers, and these guys are able to keep them for at least one more season to finish it out. Now, a couple of other basic little things. There was a lot of throwaway characters that got killed, a la, I had a lot of Freddy Krueger vibes, which Freddy Krueger made an appearance, good old Robert Englund, which is pretty cool. This is just, the whole show is straight 100% nostalgia trip. And that's good for me and good in my humble opinion. So, the Hopper story could have been better. Nobody's doing what they did to get Hopper. I'm going to tell you, that was some old A-Team type shit. So, it is what it is. Not like we're looking for reality and believability in a show that has a place called the Upside Down. Now, let's continue on. Let's go look at the part with Elle, Millie Bobby Brown. Millie Bobby Brown, she about 40 now, right? 20, 18, something like that. She basically grew up on screen in this show. But the whole thing is, latest rumor, she basically just signed $1 million contract with Lucasfilms or Disney to do something with Star Wars. The rumor control in the past was that she was going to be Princess Leia. I think during Stranger Things 3, they were talking about her doing a Disney movie, like being in a Marvel movie, being in Eternals. We know that did not happen. But this right here, this seems a little believable because there's been a lot of rumors about her playing a young Princess Leia in Star Wars, which I don't really agree with them doing all these Star Wars. Let's go back and, talk about what happened. Let's just leave that, and I think we should move forward. But that's a whole different story. That's me. That's a story, a discussion for another day. But looking at that portion, the whole California crew, Elle getting her powers or rekindling her powers if she was able to do so. It is what it is. Spoiler alert. But here's the thing, and the origins of what she was and how she was, and her relation to the lab and Hawkins. Now, here's the thing. The elements that they introduced as far as her origin inside this one, it's really going to make me go back and rewatch season 1, because that's one thing when you start rehashing and doing some details. I'm hoping that this was something that they thought about way back then and not just something they said, oh, let's do this now and we'll be good. No. I'm really, really, really hoping that this was really thought out way back then. Would have been cool if they could have filmed some of the flashback scenes instead of using CGI and special effects to do that now, but it is what it is. So here's the thing. It still doesn't really explain the Upside Down to me. It just made me get more questions. Now, it also made me get a lot of questions because in conjunction with the Millie Bobby Brown portion of the story, the crew that went out to California, the boyfriend, and all that stuff, and, Will Byers and all that good stuff, you remember him, the little kid that got sucked into the Upside Down from episode 1 of the first season? Okay, that's that side. Now, let's go back to what's going down in Hawkins with the people getting killed mysteriously, creatures doing it. Here's the problem. I'm really trying to understand. We got Demogorgons, we got Mind Flayers, we got the Upside Down, we got the Russians, we got all this stuff. Now we introduce what is supposed to be the true villain, the true evil entity, and it was too much too quick. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so we got the new villain, Vecna. They They must have paid a lot of money to TSR Games or whoever owns Dungeons and Dragons now, because I'm starting to see more of that stuff in stores. I guess they got a resurge of popularity since Stranger Things. It's like, it is what it is. I remember when we was playing, the mugs used to look at us like we were crazy, much like they do in this show. But that's cool. But so here's the deal. Stranger Things, I really didn't like the 3-part story thing too much. It was all good, but I'm glad they kind of got everybody back together again by the end of this volume, by the end of volume 2 or the end of season 4. But seeing what happens at the end of season 4 and what's going to lead into the beginning of season 5 is going to be real crazy. And this is where the writers for this show can really make or break it, because you've got to end this as strong as you started. It's got to be a happy ending, at least for some of the characters, or at least for Elle. Otherwise, it's going to leave a lot of characters. I'm not going to say characters. Why would I call people like us watching this show characters? It's going to leave a lot of people like us pissed off if they end this with some major things. Now, everybody was saying, by the end of season 4, people are going to die. There's going to be so many people die. Well, here goes the thing. No major characters seem to be on the chopping block yet. I think there will be a major character on the chopping block as of season 5. I just don't know which one it is. We've got some close calls. We got some characters that people actually ended up liking getting whacked off, just like we did in season 3. And I'm going to spoil season 3 because you had a couple of years to see it. Yeah, my boy, Sam Wise, he got killed. Yeah. But anyway, it is what it is. So here goes the thing. What does your boy give volume 4? Volume 4, I've been giving a lot of these out recently, and it's a shame that I haven't been wowed. Season 4, Stranger Things, is a 3. We tied off some loose ends. There's a couple of things that really kind of ticked me off. Just basically the running around, some of the stuff I seen from the 80s, the flippant, these are minors running around all willy-nilly. I'm sorry. I know my parents would have whooped my ass with some of the shit that I seen going on with these kids. And yeah, it's Hawkins, Indiana. I don't give a damn if you were in Indiana. You're going to catch an ass whooping for some of the actions that these kids did, disappearing for a couple of days, especially the black kid, Luskus. Come on. I mean, I'm just saying. But like I said, inside of season 4, had a couple of deaths, couple of emotional things. It is what it is, man. And the introduction of the true villain, I guess. I got to go back and watch season 1 to see if this crap fits. That's all I'm saying. And if anybody goes back to season 1, compare it to season 4, so we could kind of piece together some of this villain and see the connection from the villain they introduced in season 4 all the way up through. I mean, it's just going to take some real closer watching, and I really love to hear from everybody on that as far as, what's going down and seeing if that actually makes it. But anyway, I'm going to leave you guys. I appreciate you popping in. Watch the video, watch the show, give me your comments. Let's talk about it. I got to get some stuff going. Like I said, it's going to be real interesting. We got Thor, Love and Thunder coming out next week. That's going to be cool. I got to see it. I'm a Marvel fanatic. It is what it is. But I am also going to say a couple other things. Whoa. The news has been off the chain recently. And I know people always like to hear personal opinions on stuff. I'm going to go ahead and put here and say it. I'm not going to sit here and comment on Roe versus Wade because I'm not a woman. I have no comment on the situation, and I'm going to be honest with you. I've always been somebody, you're going to do what you're going to do regardless, okay? We don't need to regulate a whole bunch of stuff because you got to take responsibility for your own actions. Do you, okay? That is you going to have the problems one way or the other, depending on your belief system. It is what it is. Do we really need a law on that? I mean, come on. But anyway. But where I'm really not surprised, and I'm like, about damn time, good old R. Kelly got 30 years. That's it. That's it. Man, money lets you get away with a lot of stuff. So between him and Giselle Maxlane, they got 50 years between the two of them doing what they do. It is what it is. Hey, do the crime, do the time. That's you. Mess with kids, you wrong. And speaking about kids, just remember we got the fundraiser coming up for Children's Miracle Network hospitals coming up. Links are going to be coming out. Videos are going to be coming out soon. A lot more of me playing video games. I'm finally shaking off being sick. Got a lot of stuff going down, and it is what it is. But last and not least, we got so many more videos to watch, so many things to talk about. I'm going to have to do some pre-recorded videos. I really think I need to do that. Get back to the pre-recorded videos, the short 5-minute reviews. I'm going to have to get to that and just leave Sundays open for general discussion. I mean, it's getting busy, man. It's getting busy. Life is getting real busy. I need to hit the lottery. I need to play Mega Millions. Somebody hit the Powerball. I need to hit Mega Millions. But anyway, it is what it is. But anyway, let's get it on. And what I will always say, please remember, if you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all. Send it to me. I'll say it for you. And Stranger Things 4, Season 4. Watch it. It's not bad. It's something to do. Now, there's a couple of other movies that don't deserve to be talked about that got a chuckle, but something like I just got through watching Kevin Hart and The Man from Toronto. I should just do a whole video on that because that's one of the most cliche. But you know what? I'll hold on to that. But anyway, everybody, thanks for showing up. Remember, like, share, subscribe. Donate if you want. It is what it is. Peace, y'all. And I'm out of here. Let's hit this music. What are we going to do here? Doesn't matter. The good life. All right. Hey, I know sometimes it's like, I'm just trying to get back in the groove. I got to get motivated again when doing a lot of these videos. It's getting harder and harder. I'm looking at some of my older videos and I see all the views. And the views that I'm seeing on the videos now are kind of like, And I'm trying to figure out, what have I lost? What am I not doing anymore? Well, we got to get you to like, share, and subscribe if you're already at this point, if you're not already done so. But in other words, living a good life, what I will say is we got to start doing more videos. I know. And we're going to start doing contests and more stuff. I just got to get this schedule going and have life slow down all around me. But anyway, I'm out. Enjoy. Have a great weekend. Enjoy your 4th. Be safe.